Well, two-way trade between the US, between Australia, I should say, and China looks to be in a safe space for now, not so much for the US, after the Prime Minister's trip to China this week. Joining us live now is our Thursday panel, the Deputy Nationals leader, Kevin Hogan, the Greens Senator Sarah Hanson-Young. A very good morning to you both. So, as Richard Marles pointed out a little earlier, it's a complicated relationship that we have with China, but as shadow trade, Kevin, are you pleased with where things are at right now?
Yeah, Pete, and look, I'm happy the Prime Minister is in China. I think they're and it's been a very healthy trading relationship. Remember, we did the China Free Trade Agreement 10 years ago when in government. We had President Xi Jinping in the Parliament when we were in government as well to address the Parliament. But look, the relationship's healthy on the trade front. We obviously have some national security issues. We obviously had their warship who circumnavigated the country a few months ago. Yeah. There's a lot of issues that we have issues with them on and that we need to discuss and have very frank discussions. And can I also make the point, Pete, great to see the Prime Minister in China with the exuberance he has about that and to meet the President. Disappointing he has no exuberance or the same will to do that with the US President, which is important that he should do that as well.
They keep running into roadblocks there. But Sarah, I mean, the complication is trust, isn't it? And China has said it won't be giving us any advance notice of future military drills our way. Is that the actions of a friend? Because we're supposed to be friends at the moment?
Look, I think it's interesting to see how this trip's unfolded. Firstly, like Kevin, it's good that the Prime Minister has gone. I think we need to make sure that we do keep those lines of communications open and that relationship is being looked after and nurtured, considering especially where things are in relation to the United States, not just our relationship with the United States, but the United States' role in the world and the way Trump has kind of upended the world order. So I think it's important that the Prime Minister is there, and it was a good thing to do. But of course, China's a bit on a bit of a charm offensive at the moment because of what's going on with the US. China's looking around and going, okay, well, maybe we could be, the adult in the room and be a bit more of a stabilising voice, particularly in the region and elsewhere. Australia's engaging with China on that, in that space. So I think we do have to be prepared to be a bit honest with China about what our concerns are. I am glad that
if we're honest, though, that's us being disobedient, and then that means we miss out on stuff.
Well, I think we have to be able to, as you say, friends have to be able to tell each other when things are right and when things are wrong. And I think on human rights, I would have liked to have seen the
Prime Minister of that.
Be a bit more direct and a bit stronger. And it's not just about Australians like, Dr. Young in detention. We know that democracy fighters and also journalists from other places are detained as well. And I want to use this opportunity, Pete, just to mention Jimmy Lai, the publisher who is detained in Hong Kong. I met with his son, Sebastian, when they were here visiting Parliament House a few months ago. And Australia should be concerned about what this means for democracy and the free press, regardless of whether people are Australian citizens or not.
It's tricky territory, Kevin, isn't it, for the Prime Minister? I mean, he's a guest of China. He was invited by China. You can't really wade into, controversial issues such as the Uyghurs, etc. I mean, credit for bringing up the military drills over here. It didn't go anywhere, but it's tough to start poking the bear, isn't it, whilst you're there?
No, I don't think so, Pete. I think, we have a healthy... Look, I think the trading relationship between China and Australia obviously is very healthy, and it's good, and it's been a stabilising influence through a number of years when things weren't as warm as they had been previously. So I think that's healthy. But look, you have to have those conversations. There is no point, if you don't have the tough conversations with a trading partner because you think it might upset them, that's not okay. And there are some issues with the South China Sea, Taiwan, obviously the warship that circumnavigated our country. It's not, we have to have those difficult conversations. And if you avoid them, I think you would lose the respect of that country. So I think it's very important they have those conversations. You have them behind closed doors. You don't have to, with all due respect to us, broadcast it through the media, what you said, but they have to be had, or I think you lose respect from them.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Go, Sarah.
Add in there. I think Kevin's right. We have to be able to have those conversations, and I think we have to be able to have them with China. We also have to be able to have them with the United States. What Trump has done.
We just can't get any FaceTime with the United States. That is the problem.
Well, we do need to be able to have those conversations and be honest about that. Absolutely, we do. Because what's going on around the world and the impact that Donald Trump is having on the rest of the world and democracy, freedom of the press, all of those things deserve to be raised as well. So it can't just be in relation to our dialogue with China. It's also got to be in our engagement with the United States.
All right.
And let's not be
we're agreeing. It's wonderful.
Let's not be afraid to say that AUKUS is a dud deal, Kevin. It is.
I don't know about that, but it was nice to get some.
We've got to find something we disagree with.
It was nice to have something to agree on there.
Of course, we should have these frank conversations with Trump.
Unusual, yeah. You guys are agreeing on something until you didn't. It was nice to see Sarah and Kevin. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon.